So today I was practicing, and by practicing means I was messing around. I was goofing off. I wasn't doing scales or anything like that. I was honestly just trying to figure out the solo violin part to this song I like a lot. The song is called Anthem. It's by a music producer named Emancipator, and this music is gotta be some of the closest music to my heart that I've ever listened to. And because of that, I pretty much just play, music that makes me feel that way, that hits me right here, I was going through my normal practicing routine, taking it like 4 measures at a time, 3 notes at a time, which might not even make sense to you until the end of this video, but I was practicing and I realized I've never taught them how to practice, actually. Because believe it or not, there is actually a method, and probably multiple methods out there, that different teachers will teach their students to efficiently max out their practicing time. Over time, you usually just figure out how you practice best, what time of the day, whatever kind of headspace you're in, stuff like that. But I decided to make a video today to help you out when you are in those headspaces to practice. And my method of practicing, how I was taught by almost all my teachers, which is 3 different people over the course of about 12 years. So I'm going to link the original song, Anthem, by Emancipator below. You guys should go check it out. It's a gorgeous song. And about 3/4 of the way through the song, you'll hear this solo in it. So I learned that. I ended up taking about 45 minutes to get down. And the way I started was very, very slow. But before I even played all of that slow, I had to figure out the notes first. And once I figured out all the notes, it's really just repetition over and over again until I get it down right. But I'm still going slow and then slowly speeding up. And you don't play it like that. You play the first speed 20 times. And if you got it after 20 times, then you move on to the next speed. And you do each speed like 20 times, and it takes, good 5 minutes, but you get it down. And it sticks with you in your brain and in your fingers. Muscle memory right there. And while this might sound really tedious, this is how you're gonna learn the fastest. It's just small, little bits of the song over and over again until you get it, and then you move on, and then you put all of it together. For example, this song is not a beginner level song because the only way to play it comfortably on the violin is to go into second position. And I haven't talked about positions on the violin on this channel very often, but you have first, which is what I teach in, and what you guys have been playing in if you've been watching my videos. Second position is when you take your first finger and you move it up to where your 2 finger is. So you put it right here. Second position is when you take your first finger and you move it up to where your 2 finger is. So you put it right here. And then there's third position, which is when your first finger again goes to where your third finger would be in first position, like normal. So your first finger starts up here. And it sometimes, on occasion, will give you much better access to more notes and make your playing much more efficient. I'm going to get into that in the future at some point. I hope you followed along with that a little bit, but if you didn't, don't worry. It's an intermediate to advanced level violin playing. So because this song is in second position, I have to shift up to third as well to reach those last two high notes. So, for example, I have to start in second position right here, where my first finger is where my two finger would usually be in first position. Now my first has to go up to where my third finger would be into third position, but it's where my third finger would be if I was in first position on the A string. Because I have to reach these notes comfortably. And now I go back down to second position and play it over again. So, second position. Third. Second. So because of all of that, I had to practice switching from second to third a couple times, maybe like 10 times, to get the shift right down and the muscle memory in. So I would practice that shift. Many times. So many times. And basically that is why repetition is important, because it gets the brain and the muscles, everything working, and it just sinks into your skull like a hammer drop. One more example for the really, really true beginners out there. If you're learning Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, you're gonna have to start with over and over again. You would do that 20 times. When you get those two parts in your head, and then you do it again, and on and on and on, and eventually it really just becomes solidified. And once you get those two parts, you move on to the last two parts of the song. So whether you're playing intermediate or advanced music or really, really beginner stuff like that, it's all about repetition and getting your brain to sync with your fingers and the muscles in your fingers, and just create this super tight bond where they just know what to do without you even having to think about it. So I hope this video was helpful in some way. I mean, it's really one of those things that's untalked about. Unless you're in a private lesson, you might get advice from your teacher, but most of the time, if you're just learning from the internet, how to learn is forgotten sometimes. Not all the time, but more often than you think. And so I hope this video was helpful in some way. If you have any more questions or want some clarifications, please just drop them below in the comment section. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.